Genshin stream after quite a bit. So I wanted to stream when it first came out on like Wednesday, but on Wednesday, as some people may know, Florida was hit with another hurricane that kind of took out power for a couple days. But I got power back yesterday around like 5. So here we are, going to be streaming this new update from 5.1. So let's do this. We gotta go to Natlan. Yes, the grand return. Oh, turn it up a bit? I got you. Is that better? Does that sound good? I turned it up. Did it work? I'm kind of a little bit away from the microphone again. Yeah, better? Okay. Sounds good. Alright. Well, let me switch my team up. I had, like, Amber on there because, like, I had to light torches.
Whoa!
My phone keeps kicking me out of YouTube when I'm trying to look at the comments. Alright.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
Hello,
No
everybody.
worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital.
Well,
that we
no,
all
I don't
work
have all
together.
the characters. I'm missing
Since we're
a lot
facing
of
the same
characters.
enemies,
I
I'll
have
send
most
you
of the
intel
characters
we've
from
collected on
Natlan.
the
Yeah,
Abyss
I
so
just don't
far.
have Xylonen.
Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can
Yeah,
no
the
longer
Abyss is
afford
kinda
to act
crazy
only
now.
after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to a faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
What do you mean? That's what you do all day.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once
Yo,
the
if
disaster
Paimon
is
keeps
over,
running her mouth, I'm a
everyone
curb
will
stomper
return
at
to
some
their
point.
normal lives.
I'm pretty
We just
sure
all
Lumine
hope
is
that day will
tired
be
of her.
sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. Why is
Oh, hey, Kachina. Are you feeling better now?
Why isn't Kachina talking? Where is Kachina's voice actor? Did they lose their voice actors when this update came out? Like, what happened? What? Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas. so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina, but don't push yourself too hard. It's because of the strike? What strike? What do you mean strike? What happened? What's the strike? I'm confused what the strike is.
I'll do my best, and also make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I want is to add to your work. Oh, by the way, Xylonen told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Xilonen, the legendary forger.
Xilonen? That's her name? I thought it was Xylonen. It's Xilonen.
Xylonen.
Oh, I said it completely wrong. I'm gonna just keep calling her Xylonen. I don't care, game. I don't care.
Xylonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name your full attention. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If that's okay, maybe we can go to see Xylonen together.
Most voice actors aren't employed by Hoyo. They go through an agency, and the agency is pushing to be able to use AI to replicate their voices without needing to pay the original voice actors. So they're trying to push back against it. Aw, okay.
She wouldn't turn away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. You're the future of your tribe.
On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground and jump into it and hide for a while.
It's tied up with a quest. Wait, what quest is that? Oh, that's this quest. That's the new, like, world quest. Alright, let's go do that really quick then. So wait, is it just Kachina without her voice, or did, like, Mualani and Kanisha lose their voices too? Kanisha lost his. No! No! Why? That is so annoying. Oh my god. It's Xylonen!
Hey, Xylonen. Didn't expect to see you here.
Hey there, traveler. Paimon. What? Is it so weird to see me at my own home?
Well, no, but Paimon thought you found a beautiful tree to get a few days shut-eye in by now, since we just solved such a big problem.
I'd love to, but everyone's been busy with the reconstruction. I feel wrong to slack off at a time like this. So this is where you've decided to contribute. Yeah, AI is taking over everything. Here, let me show you something.
Wow! What a pretty jewel!
Looks very valuable.
Yes, but that's not all. This is a Phlogiston honey pearl with particular patterning that's been making the rounds recently in the market. They're usually produced by Phlogiston amphit. There's a lot of big words here, guys. A lot of big words. That's why I wish some World Quests would have, like, voiceover dialogue, because the World Quests seem to be the ones with the most, like, big words used. But these oddly patterned ones are both novel and scarce, making them quite expensive.
Paimon gets it. That's just like how we love treasure chests that have awesome looking patterns on them too.
So I bought a few for my collection. And guess what? After a few days, the potted plant I was raising nearby had withered. I didn't think much of it at first. I mean, I don't know the first thing about growing plants anyway. Later, however, I heard Kachina say that some people got sick. Most of them were customers of Kavin's gemstones shop. Even Kavin herself proved no exception.
Huh? Wait, did it all have something to do with this gem then?
I thought so too, and so I smashed one open and discovered that it contained some abyssal energy. Low concentration, of course, and isolated by the outer shell of the honey pearl itself, which made it almost undetectable. What about the victims? How are they doing now? No need to worry. The low concentration resulted in rather minor maladies, with most being sleepy or being prone to exhaustion. It hasn't had any effect on the more fit like myself or Kachina. Might turn down the volume a little bit more. There we go.
Phew. And here Paimon thought this might be a sticky situation.
Sticky? Like the honey and honey pearls? I bet Paimon was thinking sticky like slimes instead.
You know it. Unfortunately for us, this problem's only a threat to ordinary people just like slimes.
You two really understand one another.
We totally do. Still, we've met lots of people scared stiff by slimes, so it's not like we can ignore it just because it isn't dangerous for us, right?
Exactly. I already explained the situation to our chief and asked him to collect and destroy all the strange honey pearls on the market. But we still need to attack this issue at the source. My sentiments exactly. Like I said, Phlogiston honey pearls are produced by Phlogiston amphids. If anything is the source of the problem, it'll be them. I went to look for Kanish, since he's got the better head for investigating between us. Yesterday, he sent word that he found amphids with abyssal contamination. There are also traces of their presence near the scions of the canopy and the peoples of the spring. Right, and Kanish also notified Mualani. However, they're not exactly gemstone enthusiasts, so the problem didn't affect them as much.
Looks like there are all sorts of lingering abyss-related issues, huh? Guess we've got to be patient.
How do you plan to deal with the amphids? Catch them first. We can still purify this level of abyssal contamination. We shouldn't need to harm the amphids. Kanish has marked out places where they gather, and I'm heading to a spot near our tribe. Would you like to come along, by the way? A little bug catching sounds like fun, doesn't it? I'd have invited Kachina, but unfortunately she's already occupied. I'm game. Glad to have you. We've been a boring trip otherwise. Let's head off then. Alright. I
I can start the main quest or continue with the story quest. I'm gonna ask you guys about that. Should I continue with the Archon quest or continue the world quest that I just started? World quest or Archon quest? It's just for the event. It's only 10 minutes, so up to you. Alright, if the world quest is only like 10 minutes, I'll just finish that up and get that out of the way. Alright.
10 points for agility. You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Carving waves.
Ah, she won't make it. Okay.
Okay.
This is our spot. See that? An amphib polluted with the power of the abyss. Way larger than any normal one ever gets. Whoa.
Whoa! What a huge amphib. Is it dangerous?
I can't do a Paimon voice, so I'm just trying to go as high pitched as I can go. So, deal with my crappy Paimon voice. Relax. Even though it's been contaminated by the abyss, its behavior doesn't seem to have changed at all. Still, I've specially prepared an extra large insect nest to make sure everything goes smoothly. Here you go. It'll come in handy for catching them in a moment. Oh right, by the way, Kanish mentioned something rather unusual. He discovered that there's a special berry that always grows near areas where abyssal amphids are found. The berry contains a toxin that can paralyze the amphids. If we spread them on the net, it'll stop the amphids from struggling.
Huh? Why are amphids living around a berry that paralyzes them? Seems kind of strange to Paimon.
I think so too. First time I've heard of animals living alongside something that dangerous to them. It's totally unnatural. Oh, that's Paimon. Fuck.
It's totally unnatural. Wait, could someone be behind them getting infected by the abyss?
Paimon's sure on high alert these days.
Hey, even the dumbest guides grow up, and Paimon was never dumb to start with anyway.
The only problem with that is that we searched everywhere and didn't find any trace of human involvement. So let's just chalk it up to some unknown natural amphid behavior for now.
Fine, but no matter what, we've got to catch them first. We don't want anything else that makes people sick running around. Bug Buster Squad, move out.
Jesus, Paimon.
Bring it.
Do I just hit it? I just hit it. With all haste. Alright. You got it. Alright.
Phew! We did it. Though this bugger certainly looks big. It was pretty easy to catch. It's not dangerous at all, other than the fact that it likes to run away. The insect net and numbing the berries were really useful too.
But seeing as that it's the abyss, these amphids are contaminated with... They could attract monsters. Best to be on our guard.
Yeah, you're right. And still, these all two convenient berries just happen to be here. Well, if it was Paimon, she'd steer clear of any enemies. Being around berries like this isn't normal or natural. We should keep our eyes peeled. There's something really fishy going on for sure.
You certainly look like an expert on suspicious goings-ons.
Paimon learned it from you.
Anyway, thanks for coming out here with me. We've taken care of one area, so it's about time for a nice little break. After all, I'll need your help over the next few days, too. Oh. Let's wait until the following day. I'm just gonna go on with the quest. Let's continue with this Archon quest, everybody.
Silenin, I've brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spare and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. It felt like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time Xylonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other. Yeah, let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the Traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Sitlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we
Sitlali?
call Granny Eats to Lead.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Huh?
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Lali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Oh, let's ask Kanish to send the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
I'm unsure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Alright, Kanish is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great! Then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Alright. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of the Night Wind and convince Lali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanish. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Mm-hmm. Because we all saw a hero of the past materialized right before our eyes. And then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memories suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Auroron. Auroron? Oh. And he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Sitlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Lali knows him too?
That's right. Auroron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd? Huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's gotta be pretty far out there.
That's right. So in that sense, Auroran and Sitlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Lali could be the first one to notice Auroran's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auroran joined the Fatui voluntarily or if he was coerced. Sitlali is probably eager to prove that Auroran hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Sitlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auroran situation. This way we can get two birds with one stone.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirits.
This is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Lali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away.
Take care out there, Kanish. I'll be heading back as well. There are still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Wait until the morning after tomorrow. The other quest can I do it? I have to wait until the following day. Abyssal energy, here I come. So I'm going to be switching on and off from this world quest and the Archon quest. But in a couple minutes, I am going to be grabbing some lunch and watching a video while I eat my lunch. So after this little piece of the world quest, I'm going to go eat some ramen, guys. And if you guys haven't eaten anything yet, you should too. Don't forget, you gotta eat. It's important. Hey, you're here. This is the last place where the Abyssal Amphid was spotted.
So we're done if we catch it here, right?
Pretty much. Even if a few manage to get away, it's not a big deal. I'll find time to deal with them. I already heard from the tribe that the patients have taken a turn for the better over the last few days.
That's great news.
Though there is one fly in the ointment. Your conspiracy theory turned out to be just that, Paimon. Seems like those fruit just grow naturally where the amphids tend to congregate.
Paimon never expected some kind of Fatui or treasure hoarder or some other kind of mastermind behind the scenes. Paimon was just showing the kind of sensible caution any guide worth her salt would have.
I'm sure you'll always be vigilant, Paimon.
That's a given.
Alright, let's hurry up and wrap this up then.
Okay, Bugbuster Squad, move out! Time for our final battle.
Alright. Oh, also, if you guys didn't already know in chat, if none of you are in my server that are in the chat, Odyssey in chat is my boyfriend, so say hi to him.
Hal loves being
He is very
antagonistic.
sweet, very
Just
nice.
Ignore him
He
when he's
won't
mouthing
bite.
off. Don't let him get under your skin.
Oh, there's 5 parts. Alright. Not you saying hi to yourself.
Carving waves.
All right.
Check this out. Best of luck.
Bring it.
Got it. Oh. This is him? This is Auroron? He kind of looks like he went into Hot Topic. Hot Topic is good sometimes, though. It's just, sir, what is your design? Auroron, what's wrong? Have you I am skipping over this dialogue because I don't want to be told any, like, spoilers from the Archon quest. Because I just realized this is probably going to give me spoilers from the Archon quest. I don't have any fates. I don't know if I have any blue fates. I haven't really checked. Wait, what are these? Oh, we could just do these on our own. Okay. Why did I do that? I was on the wrong character. That's why. Damn. He slingshot himself so hard at that thing, my game lagged. No, 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 no.
Lockdown.
Let's ride.
Okay.
Damn, why did he go so far?
I got him cornered.
Wait, if you pulled Kanisha Mulan, are you going? Are you still going to pull for Mabawika? Yeah, I'm still gonna pull for Mabawika. I really want her. I'm trying to pull for Xylonen too, but I don't really have any like fates right now, so I would have to continue to get Primo gems.
mistake.
Let's shred, Sharky!
It gains its shield back before I could do that.
Okay. Target acquired.
Oh my god. That one annoyed me. That one kept hitting me. I didn't like that one. That one was an asshole. Yes, bugs, Crystal. Bugs. These bugs. These amphids. Where is this one? Oh, it's down here. I was about to say, am I blind right now? Like, hello? Where are my glasses? Mualani is the trial character for this one. Wow, Mualani is only the trial character for one.
Carving waves!
Lag, please.
I got him cornered.
Okay, where did it go now? Over here. Oh, you are annoying me. Oh my god, why do you restore so fucking fast? I don't like this.
Catch an epic wave! Whoosh!
Whew. There we go. Okay. Now I finished all this, right? That's all finished. I already did all the test runs. That's the newest Archon quest. Alright, well, I'm gonna go make some ramen and eat, guys. I'll be right back. Hello everybody, we are back. I've already finished my lunch. We're all good. Now we get to continue with the story quest, which is waiting till the morning of the day after tomorrow. So that means this morning. Alright, wait, give me a second, really quick. Okay, I'm back. I just had to talk to my mom about something. Now let's continue. With the Archon quest. Still says wait until the morning after tomorrow. So another morning? And it still says wait until the morning after tomorrow. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if my thing is glitched. But let's go with this quest, because I have this quest that I never finished. So let's do this.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Did Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Still, let's go listen in.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Well, here I am. Looking for me?
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck.
Silver hair? She has white hair.
I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see.
Sorry, I can't help this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that,
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kinda fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Oh boy, people are going missing. Could it be?
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, Like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
Let me guess, you're
Something
getting
then seems
Chick-fil-A.
to have happened in the
You
Kaidahara
always get
clan,
Chick-fil-A, babe.
leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's
I
sake.
am right. I
According to
knew it.
information acquired by Akaba's teacher,
Anybody
the
else in
Kabuki
chat, if
Robo was
anybody
not a
else is
human,
here,
but
one
a
thing you need
puppet.
to know about my boyfriend is he is an addict for Chick-fil-A. Oh, wait, you didn't pay for it. What do you mean by that? The Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. The Kabuchi Mono has to be the balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasuna?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut.
No! Paimon just meant,
Wait, the company paid
how
for it? What do you
creepy.
mean?
The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
Confusion.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Extract 1. A man arrived in Tatarasuna about 3 in the afternoon. From afar he spied laborers walking along the mountain roads toward the factories, their shoes scuffing along the jutting stones. James ordered. Aww. Look at that. Your work bestie got you some food. They walked like people convinced that so long as they reached the fire raging in the mountain's belly, they might extract it from gems beyond price. The mood that the sight inspired was inevitable, beyond mere description for those not present to witness it. The man barked a cheerful greeting and sprinted to join the procession. There, a towering character who stood half a head taller greeted him with a heavy slap on the back, and yet his words were filled with respect. Do my eyes deceive me? Sir Miyakisa. I said that wrong, but that's okay. I cannot think that the return trip here from Inazuma City could have been easy on you. Miyazaki smiled like a young man taking the first steps on their journey, expression relaxed. Why, Katsuragi, Inazuma is the realm of the almighty Shogun. I sailed upon the fastest ship, strode upon the swiftest sea routes. What dangers could I possibly face? And what about the good news? There was some, naturally. The two burst into uproarious laughter, roughhousing with other workers until the path's end. This is a lot of reading. Oh yeah, I'm not reading all of that. Holy shit, never mind.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
Oh no. Why are you sending me all these readings? Please tell me they'll be
Sawada
saved for
was
later, because
encouraging me to follow
I did
his
say
more
that
creative
once like
approach,
Genshin
but
is
I
like
think
mostly
essay
over
should
and
be
there's like
grounded
nothing
in
else for me to
facts.
do, I'll
I
start
don't think
reading the
explaining
books
everything
that
away
you
with
can
mysterious
collect.
forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Guessay. Yeah, it sounds more like a novel.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
What's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
It's...
the balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
The balladeer got out, didn't he? Come here. Come here, Scaramouche. Oh, you went into the... You went into here. You went into the sanctuary of Sarastana. One of my favorite music tracks in this game because of how ominous it is. Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's
Yep.
him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Sarastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information.
You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Former? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning
Yep,
that the
Nahida.
Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of
Why
his
did she
power
make
remain
that
with him.
shocked face?
He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord.
Enjoy
It
your
seems like we
sandwich,
have a
baby.
telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
I'm glad to be able to help.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
We're going to Irminsul, guys.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nahida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all the biting sarcasm.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Let's go.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
He's not gonna
What are
answer.
you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction.
Stop hitting
No
them.
wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
He's the one hitting them, not me.
Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
This is the center of Irminsul. All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He probably has a similar role in the Fatui. Working on the front lines. First Akaba and Sawada's stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Nahida, is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for others.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia and Pardistia.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well,
Guess
they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work. But your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so?
I recognize Neela's voice.
Well, since you insist.
It's...
That name, Niwa, was the man in charge of Tarasuna, plus he belongs to the lineage of Ishin art.
Whoa!
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
I'll be right back, guys. But I'm gonna leave it on this screen. I'm back, everybody. Hello. Oh, also another thing that you guys don't know about me since like the last time I streamed, because I think the last time I streamed was before this happened in my life. But I go to college now. I am officially a college student. So yeah, I won't be streaming a lot because I have college work to do tomorrow. So yeah.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale.
We're college twins.
You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the
Hello,
outset,
everybody
I saw
in the
much
chat.
that was commendable
I see
in the
you
forging
lurkers.
industry of
I know
Inazuma,
you're here.
and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate.
This is the interlude quest
things could turn out this way.
for Sumeru
What have we gained
when
from
you go to
adopting new
Erminsul with the
technology?
Balladeer.
Ominous black smoke, mounting production problems. Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
Did you? Did I skip a quest?
Why would you still be standing
Did
there
I
with that
skip
smile
a
on your
timeline?
face?
I'm just
Oh my
surprised that
god.
you finally chose
I
to
think
be
I
so
accidentally
sincere.
skipped a timeline and
I'm
was
sure
able to
you've
get
been
to
harboring these
Fontaine
suspicions
anyways.
for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like you're
Now my
planning to
mom
destroy
yelling about a
Tatara Suna has
convergent.
worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
Did you just stab him?
You...
god, he stabbed him.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for.
I think.
I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all.
We're gonna
And
get a little
yet,
special
despite
guest,
all of
everybody.
that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
We're gonna have a special
and
guest.
what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Hello there.
Oh, but you're quite
Everybody, this is
wrong.
the special guest.
There is
This is
one
my
other
boyfriend.
Hello
Some
there
may
again.
not see him as a person, but
Now you guys get to
told him
put
yourself,
a voice to
you're
the
not
name.
A puppet. You're a human.
Yes.
You're just
Indeed.
a heart.
I just watched somebody get stabbed.
Get away with this.
I saw
We
that.
found out.
Hmm?
I said I saw that.
Oh, you saw it, yeah.
What are you really
I've got
trying
it
to
open still.
accomplish by all this?
Ah, you're still watching
Why
it.
go
now.
to all this trouble?
Do you want me to share my screen so it's like
It's
easier?
no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue
'Cause there's
which
a
I
delay.
have in abundance.
It's alright.
This is all
I'm
part
gonna
of
just
a
go off the stream because I got it
carefully
open on my
controlled
phone,
experiment.
and since I'm gonna be playing
You
Genshin as
must
well,
know
I
I'm
won't be able to see it
happy
because I'm like you.
identity.
I only got one
I'm a
monitor.
Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The doctor.
Fatui?
Wait! Wait!
What?
No! 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 Please tell me this is wrong. Please tell me that ain't him. Wait. He just said, call me the doctor. This is not the
Just
doctor.
to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it. That's why you gave us your cursed technology.
Oh,
Just to
let's
let
see.
loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise.
So wait, is this the
My
Fatui
device
Harbinger, the
functions
doctor,
precisely
Doctori?
as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe
Maybe.
and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it.
He's
with
in a
you
disguise,
mind.
though.
It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even
Oh,
with
he's the
Monkey,
puppet.
that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I
Oh
see him as
They gave up Niwa's heart to make the balladeer. No! There ain't no way!
because not everyone
This is dark.
just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
But wait, I thought the Electro Archon was the one that
What
made
a
the balladeer,
beautiful
like the
way to
puppet.
see the world.
She made Scarefish.
It almost makes me feel a little guilty.
Alright.
Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you
Give me
wish.
just a moment.
At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target.
I'm gonna go make friends real quick.
You simply lost
You're
to
gonna go
something
make
more
friends? What do
powerful
you
than
mean?
you could ever hope to defeat.
I'm gonna go make friends.
I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend
What do you
become
mean?
a human? No, that will prove quite impossible.
I'll text you.
Mr.
I'll be
Nemo.
right back.
Oh, wait, I already know what you mean.
Yeah.
What a pity.
Okay, go make your friends.
Won't take me too long.
Jester,
He
I
did have a
completed this
disguise!
task,
Ah! It's him!
creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
Damn!
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Stop showing his dead body. He dead. Leave him be.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
Oh, he's going crazy.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
He was the one behind the Tatarasuna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
His betrayal was a lie that he believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in
This
it?"
is the interlude
mechanic
in
answered.
Sumeru.
Niwa fled
From
this
what
place for fear of punishment, but he
Sep
left
said
you a
it
gift.
was. I think it was
He
supposed
said
to be
it's
the
the
quest
one
in
thing that
order
you've
to
been
go
looking
to
for.
Fontaine, but I think I
He took it
accidentally
straight from the
glitched
chest
it to
of
where
one
I
of
was
his
able to go to
innocent servants.
Fontaine.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty
So this
had
is
brought
supposed to
him
be
the thing
after
he'd
the
been
main
longing
quest
for
in
his entire
Sumeru.
life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Riding Gokiden 100 years ago. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
It just said wait a while. There we go.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
Oh, okay.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not uninspected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
The Jester, another Fatui Harbinger.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord?
Alright, I am back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Let's go through, yeah.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Wow. He's like, give me your hand. Show me what you know. Come on.
Show me what you
Can
got.
you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me? I like how they still have attitude towards each other.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Wait, why would you ask
Done.
that? Oh, that's all he could get.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Wait, that look. Did he see me hesitate? That was because I know about Greater Lord Ruka Devata. Uh-oh.
So long.
It just
suggest you
skipped
get
my
yourselves
dialogue.
out of
I
here
just tried to
quickly.
read that game! You can't do that! Balladeer, stop!
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Oh no, what is he gonna do?
Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
We can't find him, can we? Rip.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, there's Nahida.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
What?
Where the heck did he go?
Just listening to your mom in the
It's all
background.
our fault. We were supposed to
Stop
keep an eye
listening
on
to my
him.
mother.
Sorry, Nahida.
She's just there.
It's
Leave
not
her
your
be.
fault. Please, let me handle this from
Hi,
here.
Mom.
Even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and
What is
get
she
out of
saying?
Irminsul as soon as possible.
I don't know, I just heard her yell stop.
It's my parents talking with each other. The stream will be ending soon though because I've already streamed for almost 3 hours.
Oh yeah. I noticed something.
What is it?
We're out.
Not Discord saying that I've been playing Genshin for 20 hours and 49 minutes.
This is an emergency. I have to
Did you
ask
leave
you
it
to
open
stay here
last
for
night?
now.
I left it open and
Everything's
just put,
arranged,
like,
and
I
nobody
didn't shut
will
off my
disturb you.
PC last night, I just put it on, sleep.
No, I want to help you. Isn't there anything I can do? Nahida, let us help, bitch!
This isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency?
Woman!
How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
That's...
Don't worry.
I was hoping she would not respond to Paimon and just like leave her on red, basically.
It won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength
Have
here
Paimon
until
be
I
like,
say it's safe.
where did she go?
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, but the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata for now and focus on the Balladeer. What? Ah.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible.
Ah, me for entertainment. Such fun. You'll be alright. Okay. She said that she will return. Momentarily. So meanwhile, you got me. I don't know what to say. Got any questions, just ask away. Ooh. Because I don't know. I don't know how to entertain. I told them I told them if they had any questions, ask away. Nobody's asked any questions.
That's because everyone in my chat are lurkers. Hello, guys.
Because to me.
My parents said that we're going to the gym at 5 because they are open. So that is very soon. So yes, this stream will be ending soon after this quest, and if it's not done by at least like 3:30, then I'll just leave it on a cliffhanger. It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. Oh, she just broke it! Paimon!
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladier's fault for causing Paimon...
Oh, yeah, blame the Balladeer for your clumsy ass.
Erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working.
Oh my god, Paimon, please.
Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right?
We all know Paimon's just emergency food.
Yes.
Situation.
Emergency food. Emergency food. Emergency food. Indeed, if the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine what that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Will this mean they'll disappear?
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things?
Oh my god, Paimon, you're always thinking about food.
Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright.
What more to think about when you are food?
First dish. Munster grilled fish. Oh, and chicken.
Now she's just
skewers,
naming different
tea-bread
foods.
pancakes, cream stew, sauteed matsutake, and dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying
Oh my
salad.
god.
Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and
Oh, there she goes. Please knock that bitch. Paimon, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the balladeer that you started listing foods.
The balladeer? Is that a food too? Huh.
He erased himself. She doesn't remember him. Fuck! No! Paimon doesn't remember the balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure.
Adventure.
Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now is not the time to explain. Oh, no. No! That's not a good sign. But that is where the cliffhanger is going to leave off.
As the cliffhanger dies.
So, I'll see everybody on stream next time I stream. I don't know when it will be because depending on the power situation, I may or may not have school on Wednesday and like all that homework stuff, so I'll make sure to announce it in my server when I stream next. And that's all. Any last words to say, my love?
Everybody have a good day. Yeah. Just live your life.
Yep. Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a good one.